Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the monthly reading for December 2021 for all of the signs. For the reading, I'll be using the Star Spinner Tarot deck. I will do a 3-card draw at the end as well, so stick around for that using the Muse Tarot and pulling an oracle card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle card deck. Just a huge thank you to all of my continued subscribers. For new people watching today, if you like what you hear, then I hope that you will give the video a like and think about subscribing. I would love to have you following me. Also, just an apology, I did not get to the mid-monthly readings for November. It was just a very busy time, so apologies for that, but I will be doing the December mid-monthly in a couple of weeks, and I've already started working on the 2022 readings for all of the signs, which I will also be posting, so check those out. If you're interested in a personal reading, obviously these readings that I put out on YouTube are general, so if you would like a more personalized reading, all the information can be found in the description box below this video. And for those of you looking for sort of more content, shorter content, more regular content, you can find me on TikTok. I'm at Changing Phases Tarot. All right, so I do hope that you all have a wonderful month, last month of the year. For those of you having birthdays this month, happy birthday to you all. And I look forward to seeing all of the signs in a second for the reading. Hi Cancer, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. I have been shuffling off camera, but I will give the deck a few more shuffles. So what are the messages for Cancer for the month of December 2021? Messages for Cancer. And for the spread, Cancer, we're going to be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread. Then I will pull an oracle card, and we will end the reading with the 3-card spread, the yes and no answers, okay? So stick around until the end of the reading for that. All right, here we go. Divide the deck. And let's get started. So you start off here with the 6 of Swords. So this is one of the 2 transition cards, right? The 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords, both represent transition, transitioning out of one situation into another, okay? Crossed by, this is the Page of Chalices, so the Page of Cups. So could have to do with a relationship, but let's get all the cards down, then we'll talk. In the deep past, you have the 8 of Wands. Recent past, you have the 9 of Coins. Crowning your reading, you have Major Arcana number 21, the World. In the near future, you have the Knight of Chalices, the Knight of Cups. You show up as the Ace of Wands. Crowning you in your environment, you have the 10 of Chalices. This is the 10 of Cups. Wow. Hopes and fears, you have the Queen of Chalices. Look at all this water, Cancer. And outbound energy, we have the Ace of Swords. Very nice. So you actually have 2 aces in your spread. Bottom of the deck, we have Major Arcana number 3, the Empress. Wow. This is a reading. So you have, well, first of all, Cancer, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 Cups cards, 4 Chalices. All right, if we start off here with the Empress as your overall energy, you know, she is Major Arcana, obviously, and she has to do with, you know, expansion. It's very expansive energy. The Empress, threes in the Tarot in general do speak of expansion and growth potential. So, this Empress, she is about growth. She is about giving birth to new ideas and new things. And, if we think about the first few cards of the Major Arcana, the Fool is the sort of the energy of embarking upon the new, whatever the new adventure is, right? Has the wish, has that belief that things will work out. The Magician comes in as the number one to sort of plan, right? Has all the tools to make things happen. The High Priestess is kind of a thinking energy. She's also very intuitive, so she's thinking about things. Well, the Empress comes in to actually make it happen, right? She provides. I mean, you can see around her there's representing sort of harvest. It's all about making things, providing, making things happen, giving birth to the new ideas and projects. Obviously, it can be pregnancy, it can be, actually giving birth. But, in a relationship, it could be just growth potential. In the work setting, it could be, again, this sort of growth and expansion and new things coming in. So it's a very, very positive energy as the overall energy. Now, you have the Six of Swords crossed by the Page of Chalices. So there could be, there's a moving on, could be to do with either a relationship. It could be to do with, if it's not a relationship and more on like the career front, it's to do with happiness and how happy you have felt at this job or doing, that particular career or job, because the Page of Cups or Page of Chalices, and you do actually, like I was pointing out, you have the Page, you have the Knight, you have the 10, you have the Queen. So it's like Page, Knight, Queen. There's a progression here. And this actually comes before the Page, so it would be like 10, Page, Knight, Queen. There's a progression here of, emotional fulfillment and bliss and satisfaction. This particular Page of Cups can also have to do with news of a pregnancy, news of the birth of a child. So this kind of double message here with the Empress showing up with this Page of Chalices. If it's a relationship, it's like the beginning phases of it where everything is very sweet, very, very loving, getting to know the other person. And pages bring in news. So this is like news about this relationship. It could be, getting asked out on a date. If it's to do with like a job, it could be news about this job that's making you very happy. But there's this, transition. If you're in this relationship, you could be transitioning, out of like a difficult phase in that relationship into a calmer phase, because the Six of Swords is really, that's what it speaks of, right? It's moving on, whether this is mentally moving on, physically moving on. It can be, right? It can be moving, can be traveling across water, moving across water. But there's an improvement here with the Six of Swords and then crossed by the Page of Cups. In the deep past, you have the Eight of Wands, which is, news coming in, news from afar. Again, can be travel. It's changes in the air. It's a very positive, usually it's positive news coming in. It's fast-paced energy, so things happening quickly. The news comes in, and then you have to act on it quickly, so time-sensitive, possibly. This from afar, so overseas. It could be travel by air, traveling across, like we have the water there, so traveling overseas as well. For some of you, you have already had this news come in, and in the recent past, there's great financial stability. The Nine of Coins showing up. I mean, this is what's interesting, because it's financial stability, but at the same time, it can also represent like the bachelor or bachelorette in that they, they've worked long and hard to get where they are, and they have created the type of life that they have always envisioned for themselves. So it's, financial stability and abundance, but it's something that you have done, you've worked on this. So it could be, this news, whatever this new opportunity is, that could be bringing this, could have already brought you this financial stability. And then we have, another reference to sort of endings of a chapter, but also this international, like overseas. We have the World card. And as the last of the major arcanas, the World, it has to do with endings, completion, successful completion. So it's like a card of celebration because you're successfully completing a particularly long chapter in your life. It's also, to do with international, overseas, again, travel. You could be dealing with somebody at a distance, somebody from a different culture than you are. But it's, it is a very significant ending. And then we have the Knight of Chalice is coming in the near future. And this Knight, on the negative side, the Knight of Cups or Knight of Chalices can be a little dreamy. He's like the Prince Charming, sometimes gets a bit caught up in the sort of the romance of it all, or, the dreaminess of it all. But in general, it's an offer coming in, right? Knights go off on quests. They bring back offers. So this could be an offer of love. It could be, if it's to do with your work that you do, it could be an offer that makes you very happy. Could be dealing with a water sign. Obviously, Cancer, you are a water sign yourself. So it could be you showing up just, strongly here with all of this water energy in your spread. If it's another water sign individual, it could be another Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But, this offer coming in. So it's like you have the news of it, you have the offer coming in. And then we have two, this is just amazing. You have you showing up as the Ace of Wands, which, aces are brand new beginnings, new cycles starting up for you. This can be, they're also yes cards. So if there's something you've been waiting for an answer about, you have it. You have double, really, with the Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands. It can be a new relationship. If this is a new relationship, it's very passionate, very exciting. If it's to do with your, the work that you do, a new job offer coming in, it's one that you feel very passionate about, very excited, very determined about. And then you have, in your surrounding, how others are viewing you, or what's going on around you, you have happiness. This is like the ultimate in sort of harmony and happiness. It has to do, with relationships and emotions. The 10 of Chalices or 10 of Cups, it's like the happily ever after card, So there's great joy, great harmony within sort of your relationships, within the home, your family. And you're hoping for, interesting, because you're hoping for this Queen of Chalices. And again, a reference to, we have the ship there. She, out of all of the queens, she is the most intuitive, actually. So you could be, again, relying on your intuition. But she's very, she's a very loving, she's like that very loving figure, very, as the Queen of Cups, she's emotionally available. She's very open, intuitive, like I mentioned. It could be you showing up here. Could be like an older, like a mother figure. Could be your own mother of your children. But again, not gender specific in these general readings, but more water energy here. And you're hoping for this. So you could be hoping for, with all these sort of like mother, we have Mother Earth, we have the mother here, right? The Empress, like mother sort of figure. You could definitely be hoping for a pregnancy. You could be hoping for, a solid relationship with this 10 of, like this home, happy home and family card. You could be hoping for that. You could be hoping for, this emotional kind of stability to come in. And then we have this brand new beginning with the Ace of Swords. This is also a card of victory. It's, that aha moment, sort of that epiphany, getting that piece of news that makes the world of difference, right? It's that news that you needed to hear for you to make a decision, for you to head in this new direction. It can be, you know, this new offer coming in, but it is a card of victory. So it's like you have the new offer, you have the victory, you have, I mean, there's so many like endings, this, you know, international kind of element to it. You have the references to either new beginnings, like new projects, or pregnancy, you know, birth of a child. There's lots of different messages coming through, but I mean, in general, it's a really, really good reading here. Let's go ahead and get you an additional oracle card, Cancer. So what message, what additional message does Cancer need to hear? What additional message for Cancer for the month of December? What does Cancer need to know? Okay, we'll do one last shuffle. And divide the deck. All right, and your message is reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. And we have, right, all of these references to travel and movement, and you have your destination, reaching it. Let me go ahead and I'll read the main points from the guidebook because the descriptions are quite long. So we have reaching your destination. And it says, the sacred traveler wants you to know the voyage was long and there were many adventures along the way. But as your trek reaches the destination, there's a feeling of joy and celebration. It's important to stop and rest and congratulate yourself for who you are and for what you have done. The traveler forgives those who, on the voyage, were less than honorable. Release any feelings of resentment, fear, and sadness that you may have gathered along the road. You have reached your goal. Let everything else go. You are a majestic being who can bring light into the hearts of others. Celebrate and honor yourself. You are so worth it. Definitely. I think that ties in beautifully with the main reading there for you. All right, let's go on to the final part of the reading. So here, while I'm shuffling, I'd like to go ahead and formulate your question, whatever it is that you would like an answer to. Okay, and then I will pull 3 cards, and you will choose the card that you feel has the answer to your question. Okay, and I'll give you yes, no answers to each of the cards. Okay, so we're looking for answers for Cancer. Okay, we're doing one final shuffle here. And divide the deck. Okay, so here is your card number 1. Card number 2. And card number 3. If you went with card number 1, you have the 2 of emotions. This is the 2 of cups. This is a positive card, so this will be a yes. This can be, you know, it's a soulmate connection, it's water energy, so obviously dealing with emotions, feelings, relationships. And, you know, 2s in the tarot, they can speak of decisions to be made, also balance. But the 2 of Cups is, you know, it's that soulmate connection. It can be a new relationship, partnership, but it's a positive energy. So yes for card 1. If you went with card number 2, you have Major Arcana number 8, Strength. So this one, you might be dealing with a Leo. It's associated with the sign of Leo. And in general, you know, the Strength card, I would say it's positive. But, you know, the Strength card does, it does ask us to kind of dig deep, you know, have that inner strength and drive and determination to face something, right? Whether this is a challenge or, you know, a new opportunity or a new relationship, whatever it is, right? There's a need to have this inner strength. So, you know, I could view this mainly as a yes card, but it could also be like a maybe, as in yes, but you might face a few challenges, and you need to kind of dig deep, but ultimately it would be a yes. If you went with card 3, this is the 9 of voices. So this is the 9 of swords. Okay, this would be a no. This is, it's like the nightmare card, right? It's the suit of swords. It has to do with our thoughts. It's cerebral energy. It's also how we get those thoughts across to people. So communication. And this is where, you are just allowing those thoughts and the worries and concerns that you might have to go around and around and around in your mind at night. So basically keeping you up at night. Yeah. So it's not a very positive, not a positive energy. So I would say no for card 3. Okay. And there might be a need to kind of get out of your mind, and let go of worry with this card as well. So again, card 1 is a yes. Card 2 would typically be a yes, maybe. And then card 3 is a no. All right, well, I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of December. Bye for now.